There are a couple of things I wish I knew before I went voting. So I recorded this on a Thursday, right? A day after voting. Yeah, as I wish I knew this information. So on Wednesday we were voting, and then I went to the voting station late. Here's the proof. I voted. I am a contribution. I voted for my favorite party, and I just want to share my experience when it comes to this voting, which took place this year. So as I went voting around 7 p.m., I thought things were gonna be more smooth. There won't be a long line. Yeah, I live in Western Cape, so I went to a local school where I was registered when I started voting. So when I got there, the line was like very, very long. Yeah, so I stood in the line, had a conversation, saw some people I haven't seen in a while, catching up with them. And then, yeah, it was a long snake. We got inside. Ish. The crazy part was even when you got inside the premises whereby you're gonna get checked, the books, or maybe you present your ID and then they check you out and then they move you to the next table. There was a long line even there. You had to move and sit in small seats whereby one moves, you move. Yeah, it's like all the time. And that was very frustrating because of we stood like outside I think for like 45 minutes, and then to get inside you have to spend like 5 to 10 minutes just waiting for you to be sent to the next table. After the next table you go to the next table. So for you who haven't voted, yeah, you just sit, they check your ID, you go and get your ink, and then you go to the next table and then they give you 3 papers. So, and this time around it was new because I only expected 2. Now I received 3. Then I went and then to the ballot. I was like, okay, which party I'm gonna vote for? Should I film this or not? I was like, no. So let me just put an X on the party that I wanted, and then I was confused when I got to the pink paper. Yeesh, I was so confused because it said regional. I was like, regional, what does this mean? Yeah, but okay, let me just put my X. So I wish I can explain more what happened from there, but it's not really like a great experience because it just and then there was a lady who had a ruler telling you that okay, the blue paper it's here, the pink paper it's here, the yellow paper it's there. Yeah, so I didn't know much what it meant, especially the pink paper. So what I did, I went to the internet. I'm so sorry that I found this video at a later stage after I voted too. So this video I'm going to share right now for you to watch is from Penuel, the Black Pen. He is the god, guys. That's all I can say. I'm so glad that I've met him. This year we had a conversation at the round table, me and other guys who were there, on invitation though, right? Because he was here in Cape Town. So I was like, okay, my fellow Penuelism guys, the guys who follow Penuelism, right? You can come and have a conversation. So we are Penuelists specifically, or just to be basic. So yeah, I'm gonna share this video now, which is a reaction to what he said. So I want you to watch it out and hear your thoughts from there, man.
At this year's national and provincial elections, we've got 3 ballots. The first one is the easiest one. It's pink, and it's to provincial ballot. So you're going to be voting either for a political party or an independent candidate to represent you in your province, in your provincial legislature. Imagine if your province was a country. You are voting for your leader in your province. You are voting for the people that will sit at the provincial legislature, which is like a provincial parliament. That is a pink form. Very simple, very easy. In the past, we had one document for national, which are the 400 seats that sit at the National Assembly, what we call parliament. 400 seats. It used to be one ballot. This year it's been split in 2. So you have a blue form and you have an orange form. The blue form is the one you normally used to. It's 52 political parties, you pick one. Of those political parties, they're going to occupy 200 of the 400 seats. It's called a national compensatory ballot. It's blue. The new one is called a regional national ballot, and it is orange. It's new. It has never existed before. Because they've split parliament in half, it's the other 200 seats. And this time you can vote for a political party or for an independent candidate. The IEC was taken to the Constitutional Court because it was found that the way that our elections are run are unconstitutional. Because a lot of people understood that you needed to be part of a political party to be able to sit in parliament, and that's not the case. You can sit in parliament as an independent candidate, but that's never happened. So people like Dr. Michael Louis of One South Africa have gone to fight, and they won this, and it's going to take a while for it to be implemented the way it should be. Ideally, what you want is you want 200 seats for political parties and you want 200 seats for independent candidates. But that will only come later. So currently, you're going to have the 200 seats called the regional, national, orange ballot, which are either going to be political parties or independent candidates. So please understand, 3 ballot papers: provincial, pink, for your province; national compensatory, blue, the normal one, for half of parliament. The other half is regional, national, which is going to be political parties or independents. You can choose to vote for the same political party for the blue, for the orange, or the pink. You can choose to vote for different political parties on the blue, on the orange, on the pink. You can vote for a political party on the blue, and then you can choose an independent on the orange or an independent on the pink, or you can choose a political party on either of them. A lot of people don't know this. I've been speaking to educated, rich, highly respectable people in society who went to go and vote, and they didn't understand what this thing was. And it shows that the ANC has actually done a really, really shit job of educating people on the 3 ballot papers and on educating people on the fact that we now have independent candidates and what that actually means. Parliament has been split in two, 200. The first 200 is for 52 political parties. The other 200 for your regional, national. What also complicates the regional, national is that every single province is going to have its own one, which means you are going to have either a political party or an independent representing your province at National Assembly. But isn't that provincial? Provincial is separate. So confusing, and the IEC has done a really, really bad job of educating people. I've tried to keep this video short. Please share it to anyone who still hasn't voted, who doesn't know what these ballots mean before they make a mistake. National compensatory blue for parliament or half of parliament; regional, national, orange, which is political parties or independents for half of parliament representing your province; and then the last one is a pink ballot, which is your provincial legislature ballot. Penuel the Black Pen. Just voted, by the way. Cheers.
After watching this video from Penuel, I was like, damn, yes, I didn't know what this pink paper meant, and then for sure IEC didn't share much awareness when it came to this pink paper on the ballot, right? But then since we are used to using 2 papers when it comes to voting, I was like, fuck, I should have seen this before so I can be more critical in the vote that I was gonna put in, because of in the Western Cape DA rules, and I believe that it's gonna rule like for quite some time, because what I've seen is people complain, DA this, but DA keeps winning. Where are they getting these votes? How are they even making sure that they do get these votes, right? So we do recognize that there is racism here in Cape Town, and if you haven't experienced it, yeah, lucky for you, but some of us have, and we live to tell the tale, yeah. So yeah, we know DA has its mandatory things that they do when it comes to empowering certain people, especially when you go to certain types of jobs. You get a privilege when you have an English surname, or you can speak Afrikaans, or even if you had went to a private school, right? So you have privileges to get the first job, even if I am more qualified. Those are not rumors, these are things I have seen, and these are things that have been said in the industry, right? Like, or maybe in the world. So I'm not here dissing DA, but what I'm trying to say is that as much as there were people complaining about DA, but there are those who keep putting them in power. So how can you remove them if you want to? Yeah, well, I believe that if maybe we would receive more information regarding this pink paper, the original paper, we could have been conscious when it came to our voting decision, right? So it doesn't matter now who we voted for, because I feel like I had made an error when it came to voting for the original part, right? Because of I wasn't fully aware as to where my vote will go, and I didn't know there were individual candidates even there. Yeah, like we know there's a big tree, which is the ANC, DA, and EFF, but now MK is showing us flames, baba, and I believe that MK might be on the big tree now because of the stats the polls are busy rolling out on TV. And I had watched a video from Sabc News yesterday at 12 p.m. So when I was watching I listened to Hellen Zille interview, and I have one section that stood out for me, which is when she spoke when she said basically that Western Cape is going to be governed by them, and then they are fully confident as to the effort that they put in when it comes to making sure that people vote for the DA, right? So I'm not sure whether these complaints about DA are not really being brought out there by certain people, or maybe it's just one of those smear campaigns where we complain about DA and then we know as a certain group that they do a great job. So I'm not here shading DA. I live in Western Cape. I still want to do business. So just so whoever's gonna watch this is not gonna take a small clip and say, hey, see ya, the YouTuber said they hate DA, then I start losing business, because I operate in those suburbs too, because I do videography and photograph, and I do promotions, right? I always interact with those white people. So I had seen some sort of a lot of racism, and even getting McKenzie, right, was being discriminated, not really discriminated, but was being asked questions by a DA member, why is he voting there? There's a clip that went viral on social media, which I'm gonna share with you also. So when I was looking at the polls today, watching the video, right, from Sabc, I only watched it today later on, so I think this was from around 12 p.m. So I was watching this video, I was like, hey, ANC is winning. Where's that mindset that we were told? Or maybe where's that campaign now saying that there will be collusion, whereas as you can see on the video I'm gonna share from Sabc, that ANC is winning on every province. The provinces that are there nationally, ANC is winning. In Limpopo it's winning, and I think it's KZN where they are already leading. So what does this mean now when collusion? So should we believe media, or media is just one big propaganda machine, right? I'm so confused now as to what to believe, because of I just went and voted unknowingly for things that I'm voting for, especially as I've said, I like the region, and Zille is very confident that they're gonna rule Cape Town for quite some time. We are yet to see the great benefits, because of, service delivery in townships is very, very poor. As you all know, Kailicha is one of those parts, and even Nyanga is one of the meta capitals, right? And then when we blame people about states, we speak about ANC. Maybe I'm not fully informed, but school me here. When it comes to Nyanga, that is being governed by the DA, it's one of the major capitals where gangsterism rules, where extortion is like on a high. What does that mean, right? So can you please school me on that? Maybe I am not reading the full facts, or maybe I'm also following the propaganda machine. Please school me on that one. How is that even possible? That a guy like Gaten McKenzie get questioned as to why he's going to vote in that certain space. So I hope that when I'm gonna share these videos, you can watch for yourself and then decide from there, because of I'm just a young one who's trying to learn here also, right? So I think I should end this here, and I want you to watch these clips before you leave this video and be like, this one is boring, because of I'm here on my channel, Mr Loafty Entertainment TV, on the program called not really Underdogs Qualified. Fuck, I love that one. I wanted to say constructive conversation. So this constructive conversation I'm speaking of, it's all about you schooling me so much and me trying to give you some sort of education as to what you should believe in, or maybe just question the things that are happening around you. So yeah, just watch these small clips and tell me what you think, and please like, subscribe, and don't forget, my name is Siabulela Lengise. I'm from Cape Town, and I try to make people famous as much as I can. I have a program called Underdogs Glorified, and if you are a guy or a lady or an organization or representative of an organization that brings positive vibes, or puts people first in the community by maybe providing some sort of security, entrepreneurship, schoolwork, maybe helping children do their homework. I have a platform for you to come and share your story. And you also have the Asbanjwanga blog, whereby we go and interview people in the streets. We do events coverage and we interview people there, and then we give you that experience as to how it went, like the top billing, but it's from Mr Loafty Entertainment this time around. And lastly, this one that I'm doing right now is called Constructive Conversation, whereby you school me and I try to school you. I try to entertain and educate at the same time. I hope that this is the best episode you've seen so far. I will insert some clips here and there and on the end, so I just hope that you watch and enjoy, man.
For the Democratic Alliance, do you feel that the campaign that you ran was sufficient enough to keep you in your position, or to even cast doubt on the electorate, or to give them an option in terms of how the country should move forward in dealing with some of the challenges that the electorate has been complaining about?
Well, indeed, the DA is the option for good governance. We've proved that where we govern, either in local authorities or in the province of the Western Cape, that if people want good governance, they vote for the DA, and good governance makes an enormous difference in people's lives. So we don't only do that before election, the proof of the pudding is in the long periods between elections. So it is very, very important for people to understand that that's why they vote, for good governance. So that's the DA's offer. And we told the truth throughout the entire election campaign. We ensured that everybody knew what they would face, and we gave them the clearest alternative in the DA.
This is one vehicle.
So I registered here. What's your problem? I registered here. You want to see my house address?
No.
Yeah, I've been having a house here for more than 20 years.
No, that's fine.
So, yeah.
But I mean, the resident, the presiding officer even said now.
Your time is over here where you decide what happens in the Western Cape.
Okay.
You guys used to decide for us. Nobody decides for us. I live here. I don't need to. So which means you think I just came here and decided to come vote here today?
No, I don't know.
Yes, so I'm saying you've got 3 houses here. If you were servicing the colored people as you should have, you would have known that you've got houses here.
Okay, but that's not the issue. The issue is all the chaos that happened inside.
What chaos? How does that affect you?
Well, I've just got the phone call that's on here. That's
You've got, but you're not the IEC.
Lutho uma ngabe ufuna ama opportunities eMpumalanga kufuna bakudle matanyula ngakudla matanyula eMpumalanga ngikhona utobane